My BF stole my favorite necklace and gave it away because he's insecure about my past relationships, so I plotted to get it back, and now he's a thing of the past. Posted by you/Danielle7238. I have been with my boyfriend, I'll call him Adam, for almost a year now. I met him through my master's degree in the UK when I was a sophomore in college. I had a long-term boyfriend, who I'll call Kyle, who took his own life. We were together for 3 years, and I would never wish the pain of losing someone like that on my worst enemy. When we started college, Kyle gifted me a locket with the word most engraved on the back of it. It was our thing, it meant he loved me most. Sappy, but it was ours. Since his passing, this has been my most valuable possession, and I do not go anywhere without it. It is my last piece of Kyle. After finishing my degree and struggling the entire time, I decided that I needed to get out of the town where everything happened, so I chose to study for my master's degree in the UK, which is where I met Adam. He is the first person I have allowed myself to love since losing Kyle, and I have really loved our relationship up until now. If what I suspect is true, I will never be able to forgive him. Adam has always been insecure about Kyle, asking hypothetical questions like, if Kyle were still alive, would you be with him, and, what do you prefer about me over Kyle, etc. I usually dodge the questions and never give him an answer, as I don't condone these types of questions and don't want to feed into them. We have also had several conversations about Adam talking badly about Kyle. He dislikes it when I post about Kyle on his birthday or death anniversary, or when I have hard days. He sees it as a sign that I don't love him and am still hung up on Kyle. No matter how many years pass and how much I love Adam, Kyle was my first, and his life was cut short. He was also my best friend. I will mourn his life forever, even though I've moved on romantically. Adam knows how much this necklace from Kyle means to me, and how devastated I've been the last 2 weeks frantically searching our apartment for it. One day, I took a shower and set the necklace in the same place I always do. When I came out of the shower, it was gone. Adam swears he has no idea where it is and insists it must have fallen somewhere and gotten lost. I've been beside myself, spending nights in tears over losing it. Adam has a sister, who we'll call Jane. Jane recently celebrated her 21st birthday. I'm in her Snapchat private story, where she posted the beautiful locket her big brother got her for her special day. It was the same locket. I know it because it has the same engraving on the back. I don't know how Adam explained that to Jane, but he must have somehow. Me and Jane are not particularly close, and this isn't something I feel I can just casually confront her about. I also feel silly bringing it up to Adam in case it isn't the same locket, and I'm just going insane, looking for excuses because I was careless and lost it. I don't see where else Adam would have gotten this locket, as it was made for me by a small business back in the States. The jeweler was local to Kyle and me, and her work has always been my favorite. Any advice on how to ask Adam about this? I know if I do, he'll deny it either way, but this locket means the world to me. I need it back. Thank you for reading. Commenter. If he denies it, tell him to provide a receipt or bank statement from the purchase. If he claims he paid cash, ask him which jewelry store or site he bought it from. Then reach out to them to see if they've ever sold something like that. When he can't prove he bought it, send photos of yourself wearing the locket to his sister and let her know Adam stole it from you. If she knows about your late boyfriend, explain that it's the last piece you have of him and you need it back. Hopefully, she's a good person and returns it. Once you get your locket back, leave. Update 20 days later. Thanks everyone for all the advice. It's been almost 3 weeks since I posted, and I didn't plan to update, but I've seen a few comments asking for one. A day or two after the initial post, I confronted Adam about the locket. He claimed he didn't know what I was talking about and couldn't believe I could be so cold as to accuse him of this. When I asked for receipts or any proof that the locket wasn't the same as mine, he couldn't produce any, got angry, and stormed out of our apartment. That night, he came back and tried to gaslight me into believing I had created a problem out of nothing. He even insisted that the necklace he got his sister had no engraving whatsoever. Unlucky for him, I had contacted his mom while he was away. I mentioned that I had misplaced my locket and wondered if Adam had accidentally taken it home with him during a visit. She got back to me pretty quickly, saying that she had found my necklace in Jane's present pile, stacked away in a corner. She said she would return the necklace to me as soon as possible and that either she or Jane must have mistaken it for one of Jane's presents and put it back in the pile. She promised me she would keep it safe in her room until she could return it. Immediately after I had confirmation that Adam's mom had the locket, I booked the cheapest flight home I could find and asked her for a lift to the airport so she could return the necklace. She agreed, and after that, I sat down to plan exactly how I would tell Adam that we were breaking up. I didn't need him to admit to stealing the necklace, just the fact that I had enough doubt in my mind was enough for me to know this relationship was going nowhere. I just wanted my necklace back. I stayed with Adam until my flight, which was about a week ago. I let him and his mom drive me to the airport. I left a note breaking up with him, explaining that my friends would be by to pick up my stuff and move it between their flats. I've taken a leave of absence from uni until I figure out where I'm going to stay when I return to the UK, and I've also contacted my landlord about taking my name off the lease. When Adam's mom gave me back my necklace, his face was priceless. He looked like a deer in the headlights. He was so angry, but he couldn't show it in front of his mom. His sister Jane hasn't questioned the missing necklace, and it's been around 2 weeks now. I doubt she will ever notice, she's rather spoiled. I'm glad to update that I'm safe and back home with my necklace from Kyle. I just returned from visiting his grave, telling him the entire story and laughing about it. It reminded me that I should update and probably hold higher standards for men in the future. Thanks for your love and support.